Ukraine, a country in Eastern Europe, has a long and complicated history with Russia. For centuries, Ukraine was under Russian rule, but in 1991, when the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine became independent. Many Ukrainians were excited to build their future, separate from Russia. However, Russia still strongly influenced Ukraine, especially in politics and the economy. Many Ukrainian leaders had close ties to Russia, but over time, people in Ukraine wanted something different. They wanted to be part of Europe and have better opportunities. In 2013, Ukraine's president, Viktor Yanukovych, had a big decision to make. Ukraine was supposed to sign a trade agreement with the European Union, EU, bringing the country closer to Europe. But at the last minute, Yanukovych changed his mind. Instead, he made a deal with Russia. This angered many Ukrainians, especially young people who wanted a future in Europe. Protests broke out in Kiev's main square, known as Maidan. What started as peaceful protests soon turned violent. The government used force to stop the protests, but this only made people angrier. The protest became bigger, turning into a movement called the Revolution of Dignity. By early 2014, the situation had become uncontrollable. Finally, in February 2014, President Yanukovych fled to Russia. Ukrainians had won, but their victory came at a cost. Russia was watching closely and was not happy with what was happening. Russia saw Ukraine moving away from its influence and wanted to stop that. Just days after Yanukovych left, in February 2014, unmarked Russian soldiers entered Crimea, a region in southern Ukraine with many Russian speakers. These soldiers, often called Little Green Men because they wore no official insignia, took control of government buildings, military bases, and airports in Crimea. In March 2014, Russia organized a referendum asking people in Crimea if they wanted to join Russia. Many countries said this vote was illegal, but Russia went ahead and declared Crimea part of Russia. The international community did not accept this. The United States, the European Union, and other countries imposed sanctions on Russia. But Russia didn't stop there. Around the same time, pro-Russian groups in eastern Ukraine, in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, started fighting against the Ukrainian government. These groups declared independence from Ukraine, calling themselves the Donetsk People's Republic and Luhansk People's Republic. Ukraine accused Russia of secretly supporting these groups with weapons and fighters. Russia denied this, but evidence showed Russian troops and tanks entering Ukraine. A full-scale war broke out in eastern Ukraine. This war lasted for years. Thousands of people died, and many had to leave their homes. Peace talks happened, but the fighting never completely stopped. In our next episode, we'll examine the crucial events of 2014 to 2022, including the Minsk agreements, the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine, and the build-up to the 2022 invasion. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative content and updates on global events.